Okay, hey guys, what's up? Evilzombie here again. Sorry about all the barking in the background and all the noise. My family's crazy and the house is insane, and there's not much I can do about it. So, today we're in Genesis 3. We're reading in the ESV, the English Standard Version of the Bible. Today is going to be the day where everything goes bad for humanity. Sorry, I had to move my mic. Everything goes bad for humanity, and we basically just curse ourselves for all time. So, let's have some fun and see how dumb people are. Because humans. Okay, so now the serpent was more crafty than any other beast of the field that the Lord had made. He said to the woman, "Did God actually say, 'You shall not eat of any tree in the garden?'" And the woman said to the serpent, "We may eat of the fruit of the trees in the garden, but God said, 'You shall not eat of the fruit of the tree that is in the midst of the garden, neither shall you touch it, lest you die.' But the serpent said to the woman, 'You will not surely die, for God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil.' So when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was a delight to the eyes, and that the tree was to be desired to make one wise, she took of its fruit and ate. And she also gave some to her husband who was with her, and he ate. Then the eyes of both were opened, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves loin cloths. And they heard the sound of the Lord God walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And the man and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord God among the trees of the garden. But the Lord God called to the man and said to him, "Where are you?" And he said, "I heard the sound of you in the garden, and I was afraid, because I was naked, and I hid myself." He said, "Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten of the tree of which I commanded you not to eat?" The man said, "The woman whom you gave to me, or sorry, the woman whom you gave to be with me, she gave me fruit of the tree, and I ate." And the Lord said to the woman, "What is this that you have done?" The woman said, "The serpent deceived me, and I ate." The Lord said to the serpent, "Because you have done this, cursed are you above all livestock and above all beasts of the field. On your belly you shall go, and dust you shall eat all the days of your life. I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and her offspring. He shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel." To the woman he said, "I will surely multiply your pain in childbearing. In pain you shall bring forth children. Your desire shall be contrary to your husband, but he shall rule over you." And to Adam he said, "Because you have listened to the voice of your wife, and have eaten of the tree which I commanded you, you shall not eat of it. Cursed is the ground because of you. In pain you shall eat of it all the days of your life. Thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for you, and you shall eat the plants of the field. By the sweat of your face you shall eat bread, till you return to the ground. For out of it you were taken, for you are dust, and to dust you shall return." The man called his wife's name Eve, because she was the mother of all living. And the Lord God made for Adam and for his wife garments of skins, and clothed them. Then the Lord God said, "Behold, the man has become like one of us in knowing good and evil. Now lest he reach out his hand and take also of the tree of life and eat, and live forever. Therefore the Lord God sent him out of the Garden of Eden to work the ground from which he was taken. He drove out the man, and at the east of the Garden of Eden he placed cherubim and a flaming sword that turned every way to guard the way to the tree of life. Okay, so that was the chapter, and a lot of stuff happened. So first, this is of course the first sin that happened. We basically just ignored God outright, and by "you will surely die, you will die if you eat this fruit," he didn't mean you'll just drop down dead. He mean you have the ability to die. Your life will be finite, because we don't know if let's see. Because the theory is that he didn't actually have the ability to die. He would just be basically immortal living. And did I pause it? No. I accidentally pressed the key. And he would just keep on going, but now his life is finite. He can suffer pain. Women can suffer childbirth pains. Their life will end, and they will return to the ground, with dust to dust. So that was what he meant. He's going to suffer because of this, and this is a decision that he should have listened. Because why would God make that fruit? To give them a test, to make sure they will be obedient, and we weren't. We just weren't. This is where we learned all of our lessons, basically. And a lot of the issues that we have, like the reason why do we have to work so hard? Why do we have to keep on going? Because we made a mistake and we're paying for it. That's about it. And we have to work for our food. It's normal. That's something we didn't used to. It used to be, well, basically, you have this, enjoy it. But because of this major mistake, now we have to really work for it. And makes you wonder what life would have been like for people if we hadn't done this. It's just an interesting what if that I like to think about. Of course, we'll never know. It'd be some kind of perfect society. We'd all just be enjoying life. But life is difficult because Adam and Eve both made a dumb decision. And then notice how they also were passing the blame, which is another wrong thing to do. They're saying, it wasn't me, it was them. And that's another wrong thing to do. You don't do that. You should just accept your own blame. If you mess up something, you accept your problem. You accept what you did. So they were pushing it off, trying to blame the next person. Instead of saying, yes, I messed up. This happened, and I should have had a better judgment. That you probably would have been a lot more forgiving if they wouldn't have pushed the blame. But that's just another thing they did. We're people. But people used to be good until that. That was when we became bad. And now there's another verse in the Bible that says, "No one is good, not even one." So you might be thinking, "Oh, but this person, so and so, is a good person. Surely they're doing better than anybody else." No, not one is good. Or let's see, what does it say? No one is good, not even one. That's a verse way later on. We'll get to that. That's the New Testament, I think. I'll take a look at that. But that is verse, and it's true. Everyone has their secrets nowadays. Everyone has hidden side to them, or has dark thoughts. And even if you think it and don't do it, it's still the same thing, because you are still planning it. You're still planning it. You're plotting. You're thinking about what it would be like. Like, what if I push that person off the building because I hate them so much? And you don't do it, but you thought about it, and that's still bad. So now we're just terrible, corrupt creatures, and that is the entire reason why Jesus is so important. So of course we'll get to that later on, but because we're all so bad now, we keep on messing up over and over again. That's why we needed Jesus to die on the cross for us and to be our sacrifice. Or he was the ultimate sacrifice because he didn't sin, and he was the Son of God. So God let his own Son come and be the sacrifice to pay for our issues, to pay for our sin, and to give us an opening, give us a gateway, give us a chance to just come to him to be saved, to have a chance to come back for redemption. So a chance at redemption, and the ability to come to God and say, please forgive me for any issues that we've caused, anything that we've done, and let me into heaven. That is why Jesus came. And it all links back to this. This is the beginning, the fall of man. I think the section's even called the fall of man. Oh, it's just called the fall. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Hopefully that was helpful for somebody. And I hope you're interested in reading the whole thing with me, because I'm just going to go through it step by step. I can read better today because I have my glasses and I can see. Not a good idea yesterday to try and read without them. I kept on going over the words and I'm like, what is that? But yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Jump in next time to join me in the next chapter. So we'll be in chapter 4 next time. I like this. there's a lot of good stories. I'm excited when we get to the Nephilim. I enjoy discussing that. It's a fun topic. Okay, so talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.